Hugh Jackman has revealed the interaction between his and Ryan Reynolds' characters, as well as the use of a time travel device in Deadpool 3 to prevent things from changing the Logan timeline. Not only that, but Jackman has officially revealed that Wolverine and Deadpool hate each other from the bottom of their undying hearts in an episode of the Empire Film Podcast. But the big question is exactly how much do these foul-mouthed mutant heroes hate each other? Let's find out. First up, is it even possible to hate Deadpool? Let's be honest, how can you hate on arguably the funniest Marvel character to ever hit the big screen? Plus, it's Ryan Reynolds playing him. Hello? There's no denying that similar to Jackman, Reynolds portrays his superhero persona perfectly. While Reynolds uses his charming personality to lure us all into the theaters, Jackman turns up the heat with his ripped muscles and razor-sharp claws that could rip any known substance to shreds. The fact that Hugh Jackman's Wolverine will make a return to the big screen in Deadpool 3 only to be annoyed by Deadpool all the time is probably the best thing about this new year. The specifics about the movie have mostly been hush-hush to keep everybody guessing, but from what we know so far, the movie is set in a different time period than Logan, that one wretched movie that kills off our favorite X-Men. But this is Hollywood, and death in a movie is never the final goodbye, so Deadpool is going to mess with Father Time to give us an epic threequel. Moving on, how will the time travel plot work? According to Jackman, it's all due to the technique for changing timelines used in the Marvel Universe. They will use sweet old science to bring one of our favorite characters back. Not changing the Logan timeline is also another bonus, because that was a proper, respectful farewell for a superhero. Henry Cavill, Superman, it'll probably go unnoticed by some people, but the fact that the original timeline won't change will probably resonate with Marvel fans. We're of course talking about Logan's closing scene, which was nothing short of perfect, and the final goodbye. Let's talk about Wolverine and Deadpool hating each other. Hardcore Marvel fans shouldn't be surprised by this, as they have seen some smallish fights between them in the comics as well. Jackman also spoke from his point of view in a number of ways, claiming that Logan is really upset by Deadpool. He hates Deadpool so much that he would walk a million miles to avoid him, or, punch or stab him with his claws. But if he actually walked away from Deadpool, we wouldn't have any entertainment. Not to mention, it's unrealistic to be a million miles away from a guy like Deadpool. You can only just fantasize about it because Deadpool is the kind of person who'd track you down to the deepest hole on Earth if needed. Long story short, Logan hates Wade Wilson, and if you thought Deadpool 2 was good, we can only imagine how good another Deadpool movie would be with Jackman involved. We don't know about you, but we're super excited. Now for Deadpool 3's timeline. Thanks to Hugh Jackman and his big reveal, we now know Deadpool 3's Wolverine chronology, especially how it links to Logan, ahead of the start of shooting on the next Marvel Studios movie. Up until the announcement that he will be returning as Wolverine in Deadpool 3 in August 2022, Jackman has maintained his opinion on the subject. There are still unanswered issues regarding how Logan's events will be affected by Wolverine's future MCU appearance, particularly if the mutant's death will be reversed. The much-awaited MCU movie, which Sean Levy will direct, will debut in November 2024. Jackman has revealed tidbits of information, giving the public an indication of what to expect from his character in the threequel, despite the fact that neither the actors nor anybody else working on the film is allowed to disclose anything. All we know is that Wolverine is going to be on his grumpiest behavior in Deadpool 3. He didn't comment on the source of Wolverine's grumpy attitude or what causes it, but it has something to do with time travel, if we're going by the teaser at the end of Deadpool 2. Not to mention, Deadpool 2's end credits scene set up Hugh Jackman's return. As it turns out, Cable's time travel allowed Deadpool 2's ending to properly set up Hugh Jackman's return as Wolverine in Deadpool 3. Hugh Jackman's reappearance as Wolverine in Deadpool 3 was already hinted at in Deadpool 2's ending. Ryan Reynolds' ambition to have another chance to lead a Wolverine and Deadpool crossover was finally accomplished in 2022 when Hugh Jackman's pick for Deadpool 3 was revealed. The decision raised a lot of questions, but it has now been confirmed that Wolverine's next visit will be part of the multiverse-spanning MCU narrative that's slowly uniting all the heroes from our childhood on the big screen. Deadpool 3 marks Hugh Jackman's return as Wolverine after the first film made several references to his time as the Marvel character. Before the death montage in Deadpool 2, Deadpool cracked jokes about Wolverine passing away in his movie. To make things even better, there was a toy version of the dead Wolverine there. Wade Wilson exploited time travel to Murder X-Men Origins, Wolverine's Deadpool, and tell Wolverine that he needs to say yes the next time he's asked to perform a crossover in Deadpool 2's ending. The humorous incident not only foreshadowed Wolverine's return, but also laid the groundwork for how it'll happen. Let's talk more about time travel. Since they're using a gadget that'll allow them to move between realities and go back in the timeline, Jackman previously hinted that his Marvel comeback won't be messing with everything we've seen Logan do on screen so far. This means that time travel is crucial to Wolverine's comeback, along with maybe including some sort of multiverse link. But Deadpool 3 is set to expand on the time travel technology already used in Deadpool 2's climax and post-credits sequence, rather than utilizing the MCU's numerous time travel strategies. After Deadpool 2, the use of time travel in Deadpool 3 to bring back Hugh Jackman's Wolverine makes sense. All this is thanks to Cable in Deadpool 2, which leads fans to believe that Ryan Reynolds had this planned all along. Besides, the time travel analogy makes perfect sense with everything going on in the MCU right now. Next up, Deadpool 3 will definitely take place before Logan. The news that Jackman will be appearing in Deadpool 3 was one of the greatest comic book movie announcements of the year, allowing the Australian actor one final chance to play the mutant with the adamantium claws in his debut MCU film. Marvel fans still recall Wolverine's tragic passing in the 2017 Oscar-winning film Logan, a historical issue that Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman actually addressed in a second video after the first one, promising Jackman's MCU debut. And now, as work on the much-awaited MCU threequel begins, Jackman made it quite obvious how Deadpool 3 relates to his previous Marvel film. Now, Hugh Jackman confirms timeline for Deadpool 3. Hugh Jackman, aka the Wolverine, and a new entry to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, talked about the relationship between Deadpool 3 and Logan on the Empire Film Podcast. To director James Mangold's relief, Jackman revealed that he was very nice about it and that Deadpool 3 will be in a timeline way before Logan ever happened. It seems like Logan will fit right in, time travel or not, because Logan was set in the future anyway, so all the puzzle pieces fit together perfectly. The director was very cool about it after Hugh Jackman told him he's starring in Deadpool 3 with Ryan Reynolds. Again, who can say no to Reynolds? Either way, nobody's going to be messing with the already dead Logan, and we won't be seeing another episode of The Walking Dead where Wolverine pops out of the grave with his claws. In the end, it all worked out. Nobody wanted to play with the way Logan ended, according to Jackman, who also expressed his happiness in his performance and said he was determined to continue playing the part until August 2022. He later hinted that he might have had more fun on that movie than on any of his past projects, while he continued to express his excitement for the next MCU movie. Finally, Jackman thinks Logan was perfect. Jackman said that nobody ever wanted to mess with what had already been done because he was proud of the performance he brought for that movie. Let's be honest, it was pretty good. To Jackman, it was actually a perfect moment and a perfect ending for his character, but nobody ever said he couldn't go back in time and make another movie as Wolverine. But no matter how proud of that movie he was, he's looking forward to working with Reynolds. If their YouTube teaser is any indication, the movie is definitely going to be a blast. Not to mention Spider-Man No Way Home and Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness has opened the doors for more characters to be brought into the MCU. So this is only just the start. Sorry DC Studios, but it's probably going to be hard to keep up with Marvel at this point. We're probably going to get dozens of new characters after this. Maybe Professor X, or Jean Grey, or the Silver Surfer. The possibilities are endless. And who knows? With Loki at the time Variance Authority, who knows what kind of chaos he might stir up. There's so much more to follow. Right now, the multiverse is in deep trouble from what we saw in Season 1, and the next season might finally address what kind of damage has been done after Sylvie's murder of He Who Remains. Either way, the timeline issues will probably be there in Deadpool because Loki isn't the only one who's done some damage. Deadpool caused his own mayhem in Deadpool 2. We can only wait to see what the consequences are. What do you think is going to happen next? Could Deadpool 3 be connected to Loki in some way because they're both messing with time and space? Let us know what you think in the comments below. That's it for today. If you liked the video, please leave a like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more awesome content just like this. See you in the next one.